Hi, everybody. I'm Pat Monticelli. Welcome to another episode of Business Matters, the Broomfield Chamber of Commerce video podcast. I want to say thank you to Ignite Video for helping us put these podcasts together. As we mentioned in our last show, it's great to be back in the studio after a lot of time doing some podcasts on Zoom. It's nice to be in front of some cameras with some big old mics and all that good stuff. I've got Sam Taylor again with me. Sam is the president and CEO of the Chamber. Sam, a long time no see.
Yeah. It's been at least a half an hour.
Exactly. What we wanted to do today for this edition of Business Matters is just talk about where the Chamber is right now. We've talked a lot about where the business community is, and we are obviously a part of the business community. And we wanted to let all of our community know, our customers, our fellow businesses, where the Chamber stands right now. And I want to start that with talking about our signature events. We do have a series of signature events that happen every year. We only got one of those in before COVID struck, which was our annual meeting. And everything has sort of been pushed around. It's interesting to note and important to note that none of those events have been canceled as of yet, but we have pushed things back a little bit. As we sit here today, our Gallapalooza, which is our big membership appreciation event, has been pushed back to August 26th, and we're still kind of keeping an eye on that. We are still looking at Broomfield Days in late September, and we have shifted our Taste It Broomfield event, which is our big sampling and tasting event, to the end of October. And it's important to know that we as a chamber are just really taking our cues from a lot of different sources, from the city and county, where society is in general as we move forward.
Well, that's exactly right, because you got a couple of things you got to think about. One is the safety. That's above all. Is it safe to have these events? How close can you have people? How likely is the virus to transmit? What are the different aspects? And it's not just the safety, it's also what are the rules. Some of our members are in Boulder County, some in Jefferson County, some in Adams County, a lot are in Broomfield County. At each county, the public health has different specific sets of rules and regulations. And that's normal for a place like Colorado because each county has a different makeup. So how they deal with that, and we have to be aware of it. Gallapalooza, for instance, is going to be held in Boulder County, just on the outskirts of Broomfield. We have to make sure we follow their guidelines when we do that planning.
Right. And and I think it's important. We are testing the waters with a couple of small events going into August, some that are 20 or 30 people in large spaces, to kind of get a barometer of how to do events effectively and how to keep everybody safe. We're kind of testing those waters very, very slowly, but there are a lot of things to be considered. Like, for example, for a big event, how do you handle food?
Yes, exactly.
How do you handle beverages? How do you handle networking from 6 feet apart? Those sorts of things. But as you and I have talked about, we are cautiously optimistic that we'll be able to have these events as we move through the second half of the year.
Yeah, I think so. Colorado's been doing a really good job of keeping the curve flat. We've tightened up a little bit here when we need to. The vast majority of people out there are wearing a mask and washing their hands. It's amazing that everybody's got chapped hands from washing them so often, which is one of the best ways to prevent it because transmission on surfaces is low. But if you do have it on your hands, then you touch your face, you're much more likely to get it.
Right. So be careful out there, everybody, and wash your hands and use sanitizer. We do want to talk about where the Chamber is right now today. We do get a lot of questions. You and I hear it all the time when we talk to members, non-members, our family, our friends. How is the Chamber doing? How are you all doing? Because we are part of the business community, and as our small businesses feel the effects of COVID, we feel it as well. And so I wanted to kind of gauge where we are. From my perspective, with events and marketing, we're doing well, and I think you feel the same way. Things are holding steady.
Holding steady is a good way to put it. When COVID first came on the scene, we had 3 full-time employees and an intern. And as soon as things started getting shut down, and it's like out of abundance of caution, he said, okay, for our intern, Alon, she's doing great work. I'm sorry, we're going to have to forego your services for now. And then we had Tammy, who was doing events, who was going to leave in June anyway. Once we couldn't have events because anything larger than 10 people was banned, Tammy said, I should probably leave early. And I said, you're right. So we laid her off early. So there is 2 of us. We were able to cut expenses because It is kind of tough out there. We've lost members. There have been a couple of companies that have decided they have to shut down. There's no way they can reopen. And that hurts us, hurts them a lot more. I feel really bad for them. And then we've had a lot of members who say, I want to stay a member of the chamber, I can't pay. And we understand that. We don't throw anybody out because they're going to be late on their dues because of COVID. But it does have a financial strain. Fortunately, we started out this year at a very strong position. So we're riding this out very well. As soon as things happen, we started doing contingency budgets. We're fine through the end of the year as long as we do still get a couple of new members. And we have been getting a few new members every month, except for April. April, everybody just said, whoa, wait a minute.
Right. Expected.
Yeah. But we've been getting some new members trickle in. Like you said, we have no events, which was another source of funds for the chamber. But they haven't been canceled yet. They've just been postponed until we can make sure we can do them safely.
Absolutely. And kind of bridging that topic to the next one, we did a pretty solid pivot, especially in the end of March, April, and into May, with just really focusing on supporting members and supporting the business community as a whole in even more extensive ways than we had before. And we're still doing that, even though we are looking now at trying to rebuild membership, or rebuild's a bad word, trying to maintain membership and make sure that it continues to grow in a way that benefits everybody. Really, the support of members and the whole business community has been a key to our work.
It really has been. We're not just supporting our members. We started the Facebook group, Broomfield Area Business Strong. All businesses are encouraged. It quickly turned into a lot of restaurants saying, when they were shut down, we do takeout, we do curbside, what we do, our hours, here's what our menus are, and limited. And it's still going on like that. We've also had insurance agents and all kinds of businesses there just posting the information. And I'd probably say 50% of them aren't even chamber members, but they're finding value and they're part of the community. So it's important that that was there for them, and it continues to be there for them.
It does. In fact, that page, the Broomfield Area Business Strong Facebook group, is about 800. We're nearing 800 members on that page, which is just phenomenal.
It really is.
And so people are seeing value, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
We do want to talk about some of the resources that we do have available, not only for businesses, but for the community in general. The first is our website. It's broomfieldchamber.com. There are links to COVID-19 resources on our website. That's right there on the homepage. We also have links to the names of businesses that are still open. Those are both restaurants and traditional retail businesses. So if you're looking to see who's open, who's doing what, the Chamber website is a great resource for that. As we've talked about, we've got the Facebook group, Broomfield Area Business Strong. That's a great place for businesses to post about their hours and their offers and to get information on recovery and reopening resources. Also a great place for the community at large to find out who's open, what's available out there. We do have our YouTube channel where you might be watching this podcast right now. All you do is go to youtube.com and search Broomfield Chamber of Commerce. You'll find links to our Business Matters podcast, all of our other videos as well. And finally, we want to encourage everyone to support local businesses, not just by patronizing those businesses, but by supporting their efforts to serve us all in a safe manner. Everybody's trying to stay open and to provide a safe experience for their customers and their staff. So please observe the rules when you head out, the rules of those specific businesses, restaurants, retail shops that you go to patronize. We like to say, be kind, be patient, and be positive, and let's help everybody be successful. Sam, thanks for being here today again.
My pleasure. Thank you, Pat.
And thank you for watching today. Thank you again to Ignite Video for helping us produce these Business Matters podcasts. Don't forget, like this podcast, share it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe out there. I'm Pat Monticelli. We'll see you next time.